Welcome back. This is the Bloody Dragons, and I'm still happy about actually qualifying. Usually, if I remember to say some stuff about what this YouTube series is actually about, then I'll tell you that it was about eventually trying to qualify for something, some major tournament with Wales. But we did that already. So you'll have to skip back to the latest episode if you want to see me overjoyed at the end of it, because we actually defeated Finland and in the playoffs and qualified for the World Cup. This is not the World Cup though. This is just a friendly, and I'm including those just because, well, we've only got two at the moment. I don't think there'll be any more, and apparently, the only team that wants to play us in friendlies, or one of the only teams, is Albania. We play friendlies against them almost every year. In 2002, we had two, so I guess it's really hard to find suitable friendly opponents for a team like Wales. But anyway, as you can tell here, we've got the World Cup draw, which was made on December 28th. So you guys didn't see that, but we've been drawn in Group G, along with Costa Rica, France, and Uruguay. It's not the worst draw ever, but it's not an easy group either. I'm thinking Costa Rica, we should be able to win that one. And that's our match number 2 in this group, as you can see down here. So first match will be on the 12th of June against France. And that is not going to be easy. This, yeah, they did get a red card in the 14th minute, but still, this is France in a 4-4-2 formation, playing attacking and everything like that. That was in a friendly. Just their fixtures in the qualification. They went and qualified like this, with 24 points ahead of Bulgaria, the very team that beat us in the qualification a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, something like that, 2.5 years ago, again in the qualification for the Euros, the 2004 Euros. So when we couldn't beat Bulgaria, then we're sure as hell gonna have problems with France. So what can we hope for realistically? Well, I'm thinking that we'll probably lose this one, and then I hope we'll win against Costa Rica, and then there's something to play for in the last match. So if we get a result against Uruguay, maybe a win, maybe a draw, then we can be lucky and advance further than just the group stage, which is more than I asked for in the first place. So that would be just awesome. Anyway, as you might have noticed, I've got a small window open behind this one. Well, it was meant to be smaller like this, just with some folders. And this is actually just the group draw folders of some screenshots that I took, just because it's going to be boring if I just film everything in this game, because not much is happening when you're just a national team manager. But anyway, I wanted to show you this piece of good news. John Hartson has finally been sold. He's not on a free transfer anymore. He had been since the end of June in 2005. So that's more than 6 months. Yeah, I'm not good at math. You guys calculate that. But anyway, he has now been signed by Santos. Hej Sebastian, har du godt?
Ja, jeg var lige hjemme i Victor, det var godt.
Hvad for noget?
Jeg var hjemme i Victor, der var butik.
Yeah, cool. My kid. Anyway, this is pretty awesome because, yeah, I can't click on this page. It confuses me every time. Because he'll get some playing time. And I went there and saw him play, and in his debut he scored twice against some other team from Sao Paulo, and I'm just overjoyed that he's getting some match time actually. Yeah. And last thing I wanted to show you was this. The qualification, which I'm probably not gonna play though, but I just wanted to show you. Right. So pretty tough group for the European Championship, but I think I'll just I'll play the World Cup, and then depending on that how that goes actually, then I might continue or I'll just stop there. But it's a game that I set out to play with the goal of qualifying for a major tournament, and then of course playing those matches as well as and seeing how that will pan out. So yeah, I've got a match today in a friendly against Cyprus, and since we've only got these two matches, apparently these two friendlies before we have to turn up for the World Cup in Germany, I'm gonna try to have a bit of fun with it and try some different stuff. So first of all, I'm gonna give a cap to this guy, Andrew Walters, lacking match practice, has almost never played a match. That's not entirely true because he played matches for this team in Skopje, Macedonia, but now in Newcastle he's just a hot prospect presumably, and then I'll have Danny Coyne on the bench, but I'll just Paul Jones here. Why not? He does get matches in Rakov in Poland or wherever. It's not important to me. It's just important that he plays because I don't have a lot of options for the keepers. So same thing here. I'll try Darren Brace on the left back position and Daniel Gabidon on right back. Darren Jones, I'll leave him on the bench. Hughes, lacking match practice and his club career is not really going well in Queen's Park Rangers in the first division. I'll try him as well. And Robert Page, just because it's been a long time since I actually used him, because he's pretty terrible. So would I want to use him? Maybe I could just use Mumford actually, just because I like Mumford better. So I'll just do that, and then Robert Page, you can be my substitute for this match. And then we've got there were some players that I didn't even select this time around because I wanted to see how they do. So I'm gonna choose some of the players whose club careers are not going very well. Now David Jones, he's like a young talent. I just want to give him a cap so that if I end up choosing him, because I can bring 32 players to the actual World Cup. So I'm gonna hand out caps left and right in this game. Llewellyn, yeah, he's been sold to Bohemians, so he's playing in the Irish League now. It's fine. No, not sold. Sorry, loaned. But still, it's great because he's getting some playing time. And I'm gonna give him the left wing. I didn't even call up Ryan Giggs for this match because it wasn't really necessary. Twitty, still lacking match practice. I'm pretty sure I am sure I'll use him, but I'm gonna try this Leon Jean guy now. I'm sure with Twitty that I'll use him eventually for the World Cup. And up front, same thing. Oh, Hartson injured now, a few days, gassed head, whatever. So Tipton playing for some weird team called Lex XI, semi-professional, 1,500 people in the stands if they're full, and for some reason no one else seems interested in signing this guy, but he seems like, he has good stats, so he's probably not the worst player. And then I'm gonna try some of the players that, some of the ones that didn't play so much so far. So Simon Davies is in trouble in Ipswich. He made that switch and isn't getting a lot of playing time. I'm choosing him almost every time. Do I really want to choose him again? I don't know. Got Matthew Jones. There's Andy Williams as well. I don't really know. So I have to choose someone. So maybe I should just go with, I don't know, the middle one. Which one is that? Right, Matthew Jones in the middle. He's tried that before. That went alright, I think. And maybe Lee Fowler in Crystal Palace. Yeah, why not? So we've got Andy Johnson on the bench. That's Davies. Maybe I'd rather have, actually, instead of Simon Davies, no, I'll try him and then see how that goes. So Davies, maybe, why not? So why don't I have this Jellyman guy selected? Alright, that's because I did use him in a few friendlies. So I've got two very different, this guy's like from the under 21 squad, and I think he's the new someone. I think, is it Paul Bowden? I don't know. I went to the editor and tried to find the specific attributes that you can use to recognize a regen with, because I think Bowden and Neville Southall, maybe someone else, I don't remember. Yeah, speed, of course, but he's not really good enough yet. They're the only ones who retired. So, of course, I've been looking for whoever is the regen for those players. Right, so let's just bring Andy Williams and Craig Bellamy. Should be fine. So we've got 1, 2, and yeah, right. So 2 debuts. And a few people who get the chance for the first time in a while. Does he really have 6 caps already? Wow. Let's see how that goes. Captain. That could be someone like, he has 4 caps. I don't know. God damn it. Maybe I just call up Page anyway. Right. Oh, that's wrong. Like that. Just because I really don't want any confusion about who's going to be the head honcho on this team. Right, I'll try Page. So he gets his first cap from the start in quite a while. Yeah, I'm going to do that, and then I'll just go in here and change it to easy, which I've noticed that all of the non-playing teams, non-player teams scored on his debut, right? That they do. So hopefully that will bring about less injuries, because I really don't want like a long-term injury at this point. Oops, that's not so good. So we did save one of their shots. Oh, right, 3 debuts, because of course I also gave the debut to the keeper. So Cyprus will be proud of their first half. Leon Jean looks like he knows what to do with the ball when he gets it. Matthew Jones with a few runs, but Simon Davies is still not really still not really doing what I want him to do, which is play magnificently. He's one of the few really big talents on this squad. Gabidon, potential injury. And with really big talents, I mean, it's because with the potential ability in the editor, if you go and look that up, I'm pretty sure this guy has a -2 instead of just a -1. Could be mistaken, but I think I'm right. So Matthew Jones has a potential injury. That means let's just bring on Bellamy in the middle. And I think, was he the one with me? Yeah, right. So let's see what Darren Jones can do in that position. Yep. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's do that. Right. So fast instead. Yeah. And we are playing better than Cyprus, so hopefully we should also be able to win this. Another good pass from Leon Jean. And doesn't seem like we're able to win this. So Andrew Walters is not really impressing a lot in his debut at the moment. Now it's 2-2. Darren Brace is playing well. So let's see. He's just lacking match practice, but he's playing very well. Tipton. It's also fine, I guess. Not really impressive though. Davies and Fowler. Hughes. It's really terrible. Some of these guys, I don't know. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring on some of these youngsters for the debut, so I can do this. Put Page here and Darren Jones, who came on as a right back, but now I'm just moving him in a little bit. He's not really the best central defender, but it's Cyprus, so they should be all right. And then I've got Llewellyn and Tipton. They're playing well. No, I don't mean Tipton. I mean Leon Jean. Wait a sec. Who's David Jones? Oh, right. Yeah. Totally forgot. David Jones, the attacking midfielder center from Man United. Never play a game in his life, but he will now. And then I've got a few more subs to call upon. I'll let that keeper, the young keeper, just keep playing. Just, I don't know. I feel bad for him. Maybe his parents have traveled to Cyprus just to see this match, and he's sort of making a fool of himself. So I'd really like to be able. See, Robert Page, he's still just terrible. Now he even moved to Huddersfield. I don't know why he plays so horribly, but I mean, in the editor he has like a current ability of, I don't know, 140, something like that. I don't remember exactly, something in that area, but he just doesn't play well, and I'm blaming him for the botched European Championship qualification 2.5 years ago. No, I'm not, but really. He was part of what went wrong because, well, I trusted him to play well, and he did not. So let's just have Mumford be the captain from now on. And then Jean is probably... Wait a sec. Andy Williams. Right, that's right. So that's Johnson, right? Okay. So let's just bring on Chris Twitty instead of a very tired Leon Jean. So can we win this in the remaining minutes of the match? No. Surely they won't. He's got a 4. Oh, that's terrible. That's Bellamy, Twitty, Davies, Price, Twitty. We got the free kick. Ah, that's a header. Right. Good chance. And then the corner, that might be, that's, yeah. Get no extra chances. So this was a pretty cool test. Instead of just fielding the regular guys, I found out that this guy, he's not ready. I might want to see if I can find someone else. I think his attributes look sort of alright, with the acceptance of jumping. But all the goalkeeper stats, they look alright, don't they? And also bravery 20 and I think something else. They don't fit entirely with the stats, the attributes that were supposed to be the same in a regen, but if this guy's not the next Neville Southall, the Neville Southall regen, then I just don't know who is, or if there is any. Well, maybe there isn't, because Neville Southall went on to become a coach instead of just being, I don't know, a player and then retiring. Does that matter? Maybe some of you know. Then please tell me. So Devin Brace, I think he did all right. This rating was 8 at one point. Robert Page, terrible. Andrew Waters, terrible. David Hughes, terrible. So Robert Page. Yeah. Oh, they can't be removed at this time. Whatever. So Simon Davies and Lee Fowler. Guess that's alright with the interceptions and stuff. Not really alright with Simon Davies. What's up with him? Then Matthew Jones. But this was pretty cool. That's a nice surprise. To just bring him on for his debut, and then he'll be playing like this. And he's an option in both sides, I hope. Hope he can play equally well on both sides. He's in Crystal Palace in the Premier League. And is only, along with Lee Fowler, by the way, he's only gotten a few matches for them. Not this one. And hasn't played very well. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether we can use him for anything. Tipton, he scored the goal, but other than that, it's not really impressive. Then Llewellyn scored as well. That's cool. He's got his career back on track with the loan deal, at least for this season. And it looks like Craig Bellamy and maybe this David Jones character came on to do pretty well. Nah, not really. Mostly Bellamy. The rest of them, not so much. Maybe Darren Jones. He did alright. Yeah. So, that's what it is. Unable to beat Cyprus in a friendly. But hopefully able to get results in World Cup Group G. And by the way, if you were wondering, the other groups look like this. So Italy and Portugal should be the clear favorites in this group, but Ukraine is a strong outsider. As you might remember, they were in the final of the European Cup. They've got Shevchenko. And Portugal, I don't know. But Italy will be the clear favorites. Feel bad for USA. So Group B, we've got Belarus, the European champions. And they've still got Maxim Tsigalko's twin brother in the goal. But no Tsigalko anywhere. And then they're in a group with Brazil. So those two teams should be the favorites here. Group C, Germany, clear favorite. Then maybe, I don't know, Colombia or Ireland. I think that second place is up for grabs for the Irish if they do well. Group D, that should be Holland, Sweden. I don't know. Didn't they play the playoffs? No, they didn't. They finished first in this group. So Holland, the favorites here. Paraguay. Yeah, and Sweden. Probably Sweden will have the upper hand. Group E. That's interesting group as well. Denmark had to go to the playoffs like we did in order to qualify. England is the clear favorites here, and should be able to easily advance from this group. But the runner-up, it'll be interesting to see whether Nigeria or Japan can challenge for that position. Then we've got Argentina in a group with Scotland, and they should be the favorites here, but also some interesting outsiders. Then it's our group with France as the clear favorites, and Uruguay. They must be, well, the other team to be taken seriously in this group, and then us and Costa Rica as rank outsiders, underdogs in Group G. Last group looks a bit easier when just scrolling through the different ones. I mean, the Czech Republic and Romania. I feel like I'm just naming all the European teams, but really they should be the favorites in this group. So maybe you don't agree with me at all about these. Well, they're not exactly odds, but the predictions that I make for the different groups, and that's great. So let me know in the comments or wherever. I'm gonna sign out for now, and then I'll be playing another friendly in a month or so, and I'll probably make an entire episode out of that as well, because why not? Then I'll certainly also be making an episode with the actual squad selection for the World Cup, where I'll be talking about, well, the different choices and the considerations I've had. So thank you guys for watching this episode that became a little bit longer than I actually expected. So it clocks in around a half an hour. So thanks for your time, and I hope to see you some other time for the next episode. Bye.